Good morning, happy Sunday. I am at the boyfriend's and he decided that he wanted to game this morning. So it's just been me and the pup kind of hanging out. Of course he does check on me. I don't usually vlog while I'm here, but since he's playing his game, I'm gonna vlog. It is 11 a.m. I don't know if I mentioned that. And I'm just getting up. I already had my coffee. He set the coffee to like 7 a.m. this morning, so it was already cold by the time we got up. So I had to make another batch. But I've just been hanging out with the pup. And I'm going to, after I get my contacts so I can see, I'm going to make us a little buffet. When I said buffet, the pup got really excited. But today, this morning, my boyfriend decided that it was gonna be rock and roll Sunday. So he's been blasting rock and roll music since he woke up. Which he's never done before. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, it's rock and roll Sunday. And I'm like, you've never played rock and roll like on a Sunday before. Why are you acting like why are you acting shocked that I'm shocked? But that's one of the things that I do love about him, is he always keeps things interesting. It's never the same thing every single day. Always switches things up. So that keeps me entertained. And yesterday he wanted me to Instacart some things for the weekend, so I snuck in some cinnamon rolls into our order, so I'm gonna make those. And what else is on the menu? I think eggs and bacon and oranges. I got oranges too. Oh my gosh, they taste so good. Yesterday he wanted to go get like a sweet treat at like 10 p.m. and I was like, that doesn't even sound good because I literally just want to eat the oranges. Like, those are my sweet treat. Also, I made him watch that. Well, I didn't make him, but he was like, what else are we gonna watch? Because we already finished like our other shows. And I was like, oh, there's this new show about how like normal people, well not normal, but like people from the outside world are going into like trying to be Amish. And I talked about this in my last vlog, or 2 vlogs ago, I think, I don't know. But I was like, I'm gonna make him watch this show because it was so good. And so I put it on, and he actually ate that up. He loved it. He was like, no way, like these people aren't gonna make it. Like, he's totally invested. I'm so excited. I love when he actually like kind of gets into my reality shows.
How you doing, man?
Hey.
Are you leaving? Oh.
Hi.
Just for your vloggy?
Yeah.
I wish I had a fart.
Yeah, I love that he's supportive with my vlogs, because he could be weirded out by it, but he's not. And I hit 100 subscribers and he was really happy for me. But yeah, we met on Hinge. So, ow. It was crazy because I met him as soon as I quit my job, my 9-to-5 job. After I'd been there for 7 years, I think, or 6 years or something. And like, I didn't have a relationship really. I mean, I had a long distance one, but I mean, come on, how close can you really be to somebody that's long distance? So like, it just didn't feel like a real relationship sometimes. But as soon as I quit my job, I met him literally like days later, like 2 days later. And I'm like, I feel like that's not a coincidence. Like, I finally did something for myself. I quit my job, took that risk for myself. Because before I was always looking for somebody to save me from my life that I created myself. But I was like, wait, I have to take control of my own life. So as soon as I quit my job, that's when I met him. And he was so like, he just knew what he wanted. And I never questioned whether he wanted me or not. Like, it was just, we were just together after our date, our first date. So, I don't know. It's weird how that works. Like, I got rid of something that wasn't resonating, and then something finally entered my life that was 100% sure about me. So, there's something to consider. But yeah, I wouldn't define him as a spiritual person. He doesn't like put energy into that. Like, he doesn't meditate or anything. But I don't need that anymore. Like, I think at one point I was looking for something like that, but at this point, because I'm kind of like so grounded in my spirituality now, I don't need somebody to mirror that anymore. So I really like that he's just like grounded, and like, as long as he doesn't care that I'm a spiritual, like, weird person, you know, that's all that matters. And he supports whatever I do. He knows I can have spiritual gifts and whatnot, and he just doesn't care. And I need somebody like that. Like, I need somebody to be neutral. So I think we balance each other out pretty well. Because he's like unhinged in like an earthly way, not in like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But like, we kind of match each other's like weird energy, but in different ways. But it's so funny how like your needs and desires in a relationship change over time, like as you evolve. Because there was one point when I was dating somebody else, and I was really scared to have the conversation of like past lives with them, because at that point I felt like I needed somebody that believed in it as well. But now it's like, I don't care like if they believe in that or not, or like if they don't think about stuff like that. It doesn't bother me, because I'm just so secure in my beliefs. It just doesn't matter if the people around me believe that. But he's like very open-minded, so I feel like that helps. All I need is really like an open-minded person, and somebody that's like just genuinely a nice person. Doesn't need like a religion or something to make them a nice person, because that's actually kind of fake. But yeah, he's just like genuinely a nice person, and I do feel blessed that I've met a lot of men that are just nice people. So it's good. Okay, now I feel much better about taking on the day.
I don't give a fuck. Slayer's Crest.
13 to 18 minutes is kind of a long gap of like when it's gonna be done or not.
Yeah.
Dayquil? You feel sick?
With the cough.
Yay! Here you go.
Whoa, dude.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's 78 degrees in San Diego right now. So I'm wearing my new skirt that I got at the thrift store the other day. If you watched my other vlog, I found a lot of stuff, but this one I kept for myself.
Yeah, but I'm like my top.
I got him this mirror so I could see my whole outfits when I change, but since he's a foot taller than me, he put it up way high, so I still can't see my whole outfit. Like, I can't see.
Wow, big pine cone.
So he's getting a haircut. We finished our walk and they have coffee here, so we might have some of that. We made it back. I didn't end up having any coffee, so I resisted temptation there. But we kept like thinking about what else we should do, and I just didn't like really want to do anything or get anything, or I don't know. Just wasn't in the mood, so I was like, let's just go home. Just want to be comfy.
What are you doing over there?
What? I'm explaining what we're doing.
What I'm doing?
What we're doing.
Oh.
And
We're having a lazy Sunday.
he's back gaming again. And eating trail mix. Ghost, come here. Yeah, give me the toy. Give me the toy. I'm gonna make some orange chicken. You put it on the pan? Finished product. Good morning, happy Monday. It is the next day. I'm just continuing my vlog from yesterday, but I kind of just woke up and, you know, had a chill, slow morning per usual. I woke up to several comments on my videos, so I am so thankful for everybody that's been commenting and sharing their stories and whatnot. It is, you know, one of my goals on this channel is to be vulnerable, so that gives other people a space to be vulnerable as well. So I'm super thankful for everybody that's been commenting and subscribing. It means so much to me. I love making videos, and I really do feel like my intuition is calling me to make videos consistently. So I really appreciate everybody being here. Hey y'all, so I just got my hair done. It took 2 hours because I went in there just for a cut, but then I don't know, I think by making YouTube videos, you kind of become very aware of your appearance, and I was just feeling like the color wasn't right. I felt like it was getting too yellow. So we did some low lights. She is literally the best. She keeps moving farther and farther away from me with the salons that she's with. But since my boyfriend lives kind of close to her, I was like, okay, I'm still gonna go to her, and because I tried to look for somebody else and it was overwhelming. And then so I've been going to her for like 6 years now, and I'm so glad I did, because let me unbuckle. She knew exactly what to do, you know, because it's hard to put into words the vision that you have for yourself, but she's really good at what she does. And we were just like going back and forth with ideas, and we just came to this idea of like just softening up the highlights a little bit so they're not as intense. But anyways, I'm at the park now, and there's actually a lot of people here, so I'm gonna go find a spot where there's not a lot of people, and I just feel like my feet need to touch the grass. I need to get a little grounded. Alright, I found a nice little spot here. It's kind of secluded away from everybody. I sat over there more, but then people started coming near me, and I'm like, I kind of have to film a video. So I felt more comfortable being like away from everybody. But it feels so good to just be with the trees and in nature. And I can't believe it's winter and I just have a light sweater on and I have shorts on. and it's golden hour, and it just feels amazing to be among the trees right now in the fresh air. So a little update. So you know that I am somebody that will always listen to my intuition, and when I feel like the message is clear enough, I always listen, like, you know, and I take action. And it was 333 when I said that, so that's funny. I have been having this realization. So since I've been meditating, my intuition has been so clear. And I know I just made a vlog the other day of thrifting, and I've been having like thrifting in my vlogs. But I've had this realization the last few days, and it happened when I was making that vlog. I know I seemed very excited and enthusiastic when I was showing my clothes that I got from the thrift store, but like, and I was in the moment, but I just really have this feeling that I shouldn't be doing reselling at all. It just doesn't really feel good to me. And it's like every time I spend money at a thrift store or Goodwill, I don't feel good after. And when you don't feel good doing something, that's really your intuition telling you something's not right. And I kind of felt that before, but I feel like I was reselling out of desperation because I was kind of just scared about not making money and my savings being dwindled. But I feel like I was doing it out of desperation, and that you really shouldn't do anything out of desperation because it's just not probably aligned with your soul. Because I know, I mean, I've taken jobs out of desperation and it just doesn't go right. It's just not in alignment with my soul. Like the last job that I took was out of desperation because I was just like, I have to pay rent. When really, if I would have just taken, it would have been fine. If I just took my time to find a job that aligned with me, it would have been okay. But I was just so scared, and I was putting pressure on myself that I didn't need to put pressure on. So I took that job out of desperation, and for 7 or 6 years I was just not happy and just like not in alignment at all. So since I've been meditating, it's like my intuition's just been so clear, and I already kind of felt like reselling wasn't that great for me, and it just wasn't right. I really feel like I should be putting all of my energy into creating videos right now, and so that's what I have to do. That's what I have to listen to. Like, I'm so happy making videos. Like, it lights me up. I've had so much energy. So now I have all those clothes that I don't know what to do with. So I have to figure that out. I could just give them away and be done with it, but we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. And then there's a few things in my apartment I want to get rid of because I feel like it's just cluttering my space. Anyways, that's a little update. So I don't think I'm gonna be having thrift videos anymore because it just doesn't feel in alignment. So I'd rather spend my time in nature and just, I don't know, doing things that make me feel good and just putting more energy into my spirituality, because I really feel like it's just interesting because when I was putting so much energy into reselling, I kind of neglected my spirituality. So I just feel like when you're putting energy into something that isn't in alignment, you're going to kind of fall away from your spirituality because you're just not truly listening to yourself. So yeah, that's why I understand why people don't meditate or don't want to meditate, because it really does hold you accountable to stay true to your path and your divine mission. So I totally get it, and that's why it's like I don't judge people that aren't on a spiritual path. There's no way I could, because it's hard, you know. But I don't know. It's like easy but hard. It's easier to choose the path. It's just what makes it hard is that you feel like other people don't get it, and that affects you, like, or it affects me, that I feel like people won't get it. But every single time I have made a decision for myself, it's always worked out so much better than if I just made a decision based on what other people wanted me to do or other people's advice. You know, I'll be completely honest. There was one time I was hanging out with a group of people, and you know, we were coming up with conversation, and somebody asked what your biggest regret in life is, which is a pretty deep question. I didn't really know these people that well, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll answer it. I didn't really want to, but what I said was that I regret going to college, which is such a hot take, because, you know, it's like, that's a privilege to go to college, right? But truly, when I was graduating high school, I genuinely felt like I shouldn't go to college. Like, that was my first instinct, because I didn't have a college I specifically wanted to go to. I didn't really care about it, you know? And I didn't really know of a major that I really was super passionate about. Except psychology. Psychology definitely was my passion, and that was my major through and through of college. But like, I was actually searching for something deeper. I was searching for spirituality, and sometimes it did bring up spirituality in psychology, but because I went to a Christian college, spirituality is a very touchy subject, so we couldn't really dive that deep. And of course, I was just looking for something deeper, but I think I could have found that all on my own without going to college. So it's just, in my personal circumstance, I think that I would have been better off just, you know, like, not going to college and finding out my own path, because as soon as I did graduate college is when I started meditating. And that's when I started to understand myself better and to really start the undoing process of everything that doesn't align with me that I've been taught. And so I feel like I probably weirded them out by saying that. And like, I get it, most jobs, you know, do require some sort of college degree, but for what I'm doing, it just, you know, it wasn't like a college degree, it was a certification. And yeah, so that's just my hot take of the day. But I don't know, I think if I would have just listened to my intuition right off the bat, who knows where I would have been. I would have been making videos earlier on. You know, I've always wanted to make videos. I started making videos when I was in middle school, but because of school and just the expectations of society, I didn't have time to do what I was actually passionate about. See how that works? So I know if you're watching this video, you're probably on the same page, and thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and I would love to just like continue to create this community. The only people that I've really been able to relate to spiritually, I've found on the internet. So I just want to be another one of those people that can help out other people in that way. So I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.